Oh, you look so pretty. Last time you did the podcast, you looked like shit.
Did I? No, because I'm going out, so I did my hair.
Oh, it wasn't for me?
Yeah. No.
It was for some other lesbian?
It was for, yes, Jessica Curson.
Tell me about this going out, by the way, Bonnie McFarlane.
I've never done it. That's why I'm wearing a turtleneck. I've lost complete control of what's happening.
You've raided your husband's closet. Your husband, by the way, if you guys don't know, Bonnie's husband is a mime.
He's French. He's a
French. Voss comes from French, the French. Oh boy, who's here?
I was looking to see if he has one of his like berets lying around. Oh wait, you're gonna see me be fat for a second.
Ooh, it wasn't fat. It was a little muffin top. It was good though. It was in your butt area. That's where you're supposed to have it. Wow. Now here's the thing about that hat. It has come back. I do believe we've come full circle.
Ooh,
is it supposed to go out? Is it supposed to go out on the side so much?
Is it? It's perfect, Annie.
Why are you gonna wear a hat tonight?
Why are you so mean about my hat?
Are you gonna? I mean, anyone that's ever wearing a hat deserves to be made fun of at all times. That's what I never understand.
Oh, I feel like as a comedian, I feel like I've talked to you about this before, where every time I put on anything to go out, I go, can I handle the like jokes that are going to come with this? And I do a couple for myself. I burn myself a bit. I go, oh, I'm fine.
I feel like it's a new thing that you're supposed to
be nice,
cool looking as a comic.
Oh, we started the trend. What can
I think it was Dalia, and did it go with him too? I don't know. Everyone's wearing very expensive sneakers. I mean, I do too. I'm guilty of it, but I've always been.
Oh yeah, right. That word is offensive.
We're bleeping it out. We're bleeping it out. Now, guys, I just want to welcome you to Meanspiration. We have a very special guest here. She is this is a woman. I know you think you're looking at a man. This is
she, her, please.
She, her. She identifies she, her. This is the #1 comedy album award winner.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It just only happened 24 hours ago.
It's so exciting. I mean, I was saying this to you earlier, Bonnie. I need a new favorite comedian. If people are catching on, I'm out.
No, don't worry. It was the Interrobang, and I looked at all their, everybody who was nominated. There was like 2 girls for everything, and it's just like all bald white guys. It's like amazing. It's like the Interrobang is hanging on. They are a great comedy magazine, but the Comedy Fan is still very gendered.
Wait, but so was it like best female comedians?
No, it was I won best comedy album 2020.
Do you like when people tell you you're funny for a woman?
I used to be offended by it, but okay, first I wasn't offended by it because when I was new, I was like, I'd take any compliment I could get. Then I started getting offended by it. Now I'm not offended by it anymore because I'm like, there's so many good women. It's kind of like,
really? Name them. Just kidding.
It's the top.
Name 5.
Funny for like me. Yeah. When people say you're funny for a woman, I say, oh, like Annie Letterman. Thank you.
Listen, I'm so psycho with you. I think you're so funny that I always group us together. I'm like, we're the funniest. We're the like I can't.
I know, and I started doing it too now. It works. You've like brainwashed me. No, I've always thought you were really, really funny since the very beginning.
Since I was an open micer, just tagging along.
I never knew you were an open micer. Like when I met you, I thought you were a fully formed, like working comic that I just hadn't met yet. And then you told me like years later, you were like, I've done it twice. I was like,
I thought
you sit at the Comedy Cellar table with us. Do you remember that?
Autism. Everyone thinks I do remember that. And I remember you going, because I sat down, but didn't I go with you? I went with you, right? Or did I meet you?
Yeah, I don't remember where we were that you were with us. Maybe with Caroline's before. Remember we also went to a Caroline's party early in our friendship. That you were there. And we were interviewed for the
yes.
Or something.
They always gotta ask us. So as a female, what do you think?
Right.
I love it. I'm glad people still think I'm a woman. It's very
I know, I find it flattering. Well, I've had people say you do stand up like a man, and I take that as a compliment also. I think think I just take any compliment.
I don't mind. I mean, if I'm being, I don't mind. I mean, thank you. I get in trouble.
Yeah, I know.
I had this lesbian troll. I told you about this earlier on the phone. This, I can't remember what I wrote, but it was something about like beating Whitney or something. It was something like Whitney posted her face.
Like beating her?
Yeah, I was like, I told you twice or whatever.
Oh.
You know when she had like announced her face being slashed open or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
And I just was like, all right, I'll go for the easy guy joke. Why not? And some like.
Why would you say like, hey, looks like you got a boyfriend?
I should have said that, but I wanted to take I should have gone Fight Club route because I had already been texting with Whitney about it. She sent the picture to me in our Joe Rogan chat thread immediately. She loves showing us blood, but so I had been like, oh, I'll pay you if you tell people I did it to you. Like I want that publicity.
Oh, that's so funny.
So I was kind of coming in hot, like Whitney, we're going to pretend we have a fight club or something. And then obviously she was too hurt to even respond to anyone's comments or like anything. So I just wrote that. And then this young lesbian, I'm assuming by the hair, I shouldn't assume. I shouldn't.
Right. I assume a lot of things like you're tricky because you got a big earring, a big hoop earring, but you're very butch. It's like, it's hard with you.
I know you're wearing men's hat, men's glasses.
No,
men's
and yet I'm so feminine.
It's so hard to tell. But what? So she came after me and she said, I wish I could find it. She got me on one thing that I was like, I guess she's right. Because I had put my stuff on my responses on Instagram to not private, but you have to follow me if you want to insult me. Because I was figuring like, okay, you can follow me, comment, and then unfollow me if you want. It's not that big a deal. It's just, I didn't have my thing private. I don't have to accept you or anything. But I was thinking, I was like, if you're going to insult me, give me a follow, you know?
Right.
And
yeah. Rich blocks anyone who talks to him that doesn't follow him. Rich is blocked. Like he showed me the other day, like well over 1,000 people, like 1,500 people.
I eventually block people if they start over, because I mean, you can see the shapes of my nipples and stuff on.
You can. I'm gonna start following.
Once in a while, there's a little bit of a you don't follow. This is where we find out you don't follow. You thought this was someone else. You thought this was Nikki's podcast.
Yeah. Where is Nikki?
When does Nikki come in? Don't worry, she's at Whitney's.
Oh,
They're throwing leaves in front of each other for pictures.
Oh my God.
Whitney does this. Listen, when you come to LA, it's gonna happen to you too. Whitney sucks.
I know, because it's the cult. I see it. It's like I want to be a part of it too. Who doesn't?
She brings it. By the way, you look so suicidal just by your background.
I know.
All that's missing is just a little rope hanging.
My husband won't allow me to go into the house. Because I'm downstairs because otherwise, you know. Are
you expecting a guest?
Don't bug me. This is where we do our My Wife Hates Me podcast. It feels right. So
just put I know I'm lonely too. I have.
Oh, that's
sad. Does it make you sad?
Yes.
I got this when I was.
Wait, 17. Is that Whitney? Whitney.
This is Whitney. Whitney. I wanted to get before COVID, and actually before I was friends with Whitney, this was more of just like a teasing her online I wanted to do. That wasn't even, it was definitely friendly, but we were not as close.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to the sex shop and they had this sex doll that was blonde and she was like holding her knees up and like she was in squirt position.
Wow,
and
that's
her fake vagina was like facing up. And I wanted to take a picture with it and be like, I have a robot too, bitch, or whatever.
I have a real what?
I have a robot too, bitch.
Oh yeah.
And
things are doing with inflatables these days. It's really
the inflatables are amazing. Well, this one she's a pool toy. This is a replica, but I did get this when I was 17 from my twin.
Wait, that's a pool toy?
Yeah, no holes.
But they sell that? Like what do you do with that in the pool?
You float on it. You grab her titties.
Oh.
I'm just saying she's a pool toy because she doesn't have any sex holes.
Oh.
Sorry, the jokes are falling.
I don't know the lingo with the inflatable crowd.
I like your double mic.
I know. Okay. If
I was a male comic, I'd be like,
I like to pretend that I'm giving a what do you call those things?
Oh yeah, a press conference.
A press conference. Okay, guys.
A lot of mics too. I don't know where the other mic on this one is, but I do have the arm for it. Hi guys. But no, Whitney will suck you and she brings you to her house and then she dresses you in her clothes. And then she like with Nikki, she threw leaves in front of her. She's jumping. She's always like,
oh yeah. No, she has a lot of energy. It's almost like she's had like a Freaky Friday sort of thing with her horse.
Horse has a mic.
Yeah, feeder.
The horse is standing up with a mic.
Yeah. Like she prances around.
She's wild. Well, she's very like, she's a boss, so she's used to pointing things around. We call her the Kris Jenner of the crew.
Right.
But, I just trust her.
If you had a sex tape, she'd be the one to help you get that to
she'd be the one to insert the horse's dick in.
That's too big. That's too much. We've talked about dicks before.
Is this triggering?
Yeah, I grew up on a farm, so I've fucked a lot of horse dick. And I've seen them and they're massive.
Big.
Yeah.
Listen.
That could kill you. And I think it has.
I watched that. You didn't watch that document. I used to have a joke about this. I'm bringing this back when stand-up opens. So guys, you're getting a fucking open mic here right now. Okay, so the joke was, I never really got it. Maybe I've told it to you before. But about the documentary Zoo, where it's about the people that there's a whole community of people that help each other fuck animals.
No. No.
Which, by the way, at this rate that we're going, we're gonna not be able to make fun of these people anymore.
I just don't think how could you be like, look at that guy who fucks a horse and then eating meat? Like killed it and ate it. That's like really.
That's the part that you're upset with, is if he's not a vegetarian.
Yes, like I mean, if you love something, that's he
better not have ever had the Swedish meatballs at IKEA. I'll tell you that. That's a callback. There was horse meat found in IKEA meatballs when I was an open micer, so I do remember people discussing.
But also, I think it's weird. Like, why is it? Like, why do you eat a cow but not a horse? Like, I never understood that.
Cows don't let you ride them.
Yeah, I've ridden a cow. I've ridden a cow with a cape on before. My life has been pretty insane.
Have you really done that?
Yes. Yeah, because I grew up with horses and cows. I rode a horse every single day, almost in my growing up. And my sister and I would like go and suntan on cows that were laying in the field, and we'd get a good cow. And then sometimes they'd get up and walk away. And you'd be like,
I'm imagining this is quite like the scene from Zoo, the documentary about people fucking horses.
Yeah, this is what I'm imagining. I was grooming them.
I'm imagining you fully naked, okay, oiled up, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you 18 just for the story, just so we don't get trouble.
But
you're 18 years old, but young.
Young looking.
Small tits. So you look young.
Yeah.
You're on the cow. You're riding. You're reverse cowing the cow. Okay.
Yes. Right. It's true.
And you're then
laying on it. Yeah.
And then the cow is. Do cows gallop? How do they? What's their?
Nah, they just kind of mosey around. But the bull would chase after us sometimes, or a steer. Occasionally. I know.
Did you ever have to
Has anybody else talked about this on your podcast?
This is some good stuff.
Well, now, I do think this, like, like when you love an animal, like your dog, I'm sure that you give it people, you personify it, right? Like I talk to my dog like it's a human. I act like
I blow him. I kiss him. I blow him. I treat him like a man.
If you're living alone, single life with a pretty big dog, let's say, I don't think you'll do it to a little dog. That's too creepy.
No, it's good.
Yeah, I can see how you could develop feelings. Sleeping with
my dog, I look at his leg and I go, that's a chicken. I go, that's chicken.
Yeah, your dog's too small. What are you?
He looks like a little chicken leg.
Pedophile bestiality person? No.
He has mange though. It's like,
yeah.
If you have mange, I'd consider it. No, he's a cute boy. His penis hasn't grown. I feel humiliated by it as a mother.
What? Because he's not manly.
his penis, his balls haven't dropped yet. You'll see him kind of popping around, like ready to drop. And then they haven't dropped. Why does that make you?
I don't know. Balls. Not cool.
It's amazing looking. I want to be there when they drop. Like I want to watch them. So I spend a lot of time just staring at them. And just one will kind of, if this is the penis, one will come here. And then it'll be in the spot it's supposed to be down here, but then it'll go back up.
I dated a guy who his dog would always like lay on his back and get me to rub his tummy, and I would just like rub too close to his penis all the time. But I knew because the dog liked it so much, and then he was always like, "My dog loves you more than any girl." It's like it's because I'm giving him a handy every once in a while.
Did you ever do it both to both of them at the same time? Never went down the ski slope with them?
No. I can't even believe the things that I say when you're around.
I'm just thinking about, I keep reminding myself of these horrible jokes I used to tell. One was about, there's something about, it was a molested joke. And I would go, let's just say I did a lot for a Klondike bar. Like, hi, Uncle Tommy. Hi, Uncle Tommy's army buddy. So bad.
I try to think of, I remember I'd say like the things that, you know, happened in your childhood. I'd try to set it up. I don't remember how. And then I'd be like, I don't know if I would have ever left if you know, if it hadn't been for my uncle. He drove me to the airport. It's a bad joke. Cut that part out. Cut that out.
We have to edit this whole thing out. This is
I read the whole start again.
I need a turtleneck too. I'm embarrassed. My McRib shirt.
I told Raina today she had fat ankles, and then she totally destroyed me and my neck. It was like
telling a child they have cankles. That's rough.
Well, I did, and I said, "Get your fat ankles out of here." And then we were laughing, and I said, I guarantee you for the rest of your life now, you're gonna think you have fat ankles." And then, I go, "I've psychologically poisoned you against your ankles." And then she goes, "Let me see your ankles." And I was like, "I have very dainty ankles," which is true.
You're a runner.
And so next to my ankles she goes, I have cankles. And then she started freaking out. And I was like, it was funny.
It's better hear it from you, you know? I know you're just, there's tales from child abuse.
I'm the new Bean dad, but with
you say everything funny. My mom would just be my mom was the mom that like, which I actually think is so funny now and I like, but she would tell me the truth and it was a nightmare.
No. Like, my mom would be so mean, and then she'd be like, "I'm just telling the truth." I was like, why though? You don't need to.
But looking back, I'm so grateful for it. It's so funny. She'd just be like, "You're gonna wear that." My dad's like that too. My dad always makes fun of me. But it is.
Well, you know what it is? It's hard to remember at that age, like what actually bothers you, like stuff that doesn't bother us anymore. You know. So you make fun of it, and then you're like, "Oh, I didn't realize like I am scarring you psychologically."
But you know what? Then they can go to therapy and work it out, become creative.
Yeah, fuck it. What I
got to get fucked up somehow. And you can't unfuck up.
You know, there's a new thing. This is going to be interesting to you, where like anyone under 20 doesn't believe Helen Keller existed. Do you know that? It's like a real thing, because like somebody did like a deep dive, I guess, on TikTok about it, and they believe it. Like I said, so I read it, and then I said to Raina, "Do you believe in Helen Keller?" She goes, "That bullshit," you know. I was like, "Why?" And then she was like, she goes, she wrote a book. Okay, she couldn't see or hear, and she wrote a book. Okay, that makes no sense. Like she drove she flew a plane. Like, come on, that's, you know, such bullshit. But I started thinking about it. It's because, you know, like she can't brush her teeth. Like you know, anything seems hard for her. Like putting a dishwasher is beyond.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, I'm like, why would Helen Keller not be able to brush her teeth?
No. I'm talking about my fully functioning capable.
Oh, yeah, they're just lazy as shit.
They can't believe anyone could overcome anything. They're like, I can't even like clean my room.
Did you see the viral video? It's so cute, of this blind girl getting Harry Potter in braille. Did you see that? It was going around.
No, I stay away from it.
Little blind girl opens up a package and she's like, "What is it?" And everyone's like, "You'll see." And it's like, just tell her what the fuck it is. Jesus Christ. They're like making her figure it out. She's been through enough.
Right.
She opens up the
Bean Dad all over again. I can't stop.
And the braille is like, because Harry Potter's already that big, but it's like the braille makes it this big. So she's like, her little arms are like pulling it out, and she takes her 20 minutes and she reads it, and she's like, Harry Potter. And she's so excited. And it's absolutely the most adorable thing. But I was thinking, I'm like, I can't understand braille. I cannot, like, my brain cannot understand how braille works.
Well, like but the thing is, like I was telling Rita, like if it was the difference between like living in a prison of your own mind or like figuring it out, you'd figure it out.
Of course. Yeah, no, and you know, there's support and stuff. She had
learned to echolocate. It's like, what? That's like so crazy.
And she had Anne Sullivan. Did you say echolocate?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm triggered because I did train dolphins when I was 17. And we were working at the University of Hawaii to figure out we were studying their echolocation. This sounds really bad, and it does end bad. I do want to give a trigger warning. This ends
I'm scared.
Very badly.
Getting ready.
But we would put these cups over their eyes so they couldn't see. So mean. And made these different shapes out of piping, like but really weird, intricate shapes, but just one thing would be different on each of them. And we would hold them and then show them one, put their eye covers on, and send them, and they would have to pick which one was, and they would always pick it right. And they get a little fish when they came back. Now here's where it ends bad.
I was like, that's not so bad. It's gonna get bad on this end too, just FYI.
Okay. The dolphins were Ake Kumai, Hiapo was the boy, Alele, and Phoenix. Okay, I liked Phoenix. Oh no. The smell has changed. Now
oh wait. I have to
I can hear her.
Here.
Ake Kumai dies, okay? Ake Kumai gets a stomach cancer, dies. The dolphin. Then
Why did the dolphin die?
Stomach cancer.
Ooh, a dolphin?
Yes. Okay. Then all other 3 dolphins died. They all died. All 5
dolphins?
4 of them. All 4 of the dolphins died. They were taken from captivity. They were killed.
Good training.
And it was because of you.
I mean, I can't say it wasn't. I contributed somehow.
How do you live with yourself?
But they said, it's fine. I just eat less tuna. But so they used to send a newsletter out about all of it. And so when the dolphins died, the first one, there was a stomach cancer. Then the other ones, they died of broken hearts. And like,
aww.
Broken hearts.
Does Bonnie think she's Lulu from To Sir With Love? What
What generation?
I put on his hat. I put on your hat to be funny. But.
What's Lulu?
Lulu was in, first of all, she was in the movie To Sir With Love, a famous movie from the 60s. You never heard that song? If you wanted the moon, I would fly across the sky.
Now, wait, stop yourself, because you're so good at singing it. I'm afraid that we're going to get copyright infringement.
Okay.
And someone else.
I like your background. What is that?
It's pictures of you, Rich. It's cowboys. I bet you like it. See the little.
Oh, look at that.
Bulge?
Are you
for that's listening, Rich Voss, Bonnie's husband's here.
I just stopped in for a second to say hi because I miss you dearly.
I know, I miss you too. I wanted to ask you a question. I'm glad you're here. How many of the jokes on bird calls did you write?
I haven't heard it, but probably half of them. No, none. I probably
answer sincerely. That's so.
I know.
What's that?
Don't ask him a question if you don't want to hear him ramble on and on.
No, Bonnie won best album on Interrobang.
Why do you think she asked it?
I won in 2016, 2019.
Oh, that's.
But 2 out of 3 years. But
What about 2018, Raina?
Yeah, it's a family thing.
We give out the prize. It's weird.
Rich, you look good. You guys both look better. You guys are fine wines.
But I gained like 10 pounds.
It looks good on you. It's filler.
Not my. I mean, I'm bulked. But I gained like 10 pounds in my stomach, which I still work out. But what the fuck? I'm 63. I mean, how at 63 I should just give up, but I still keep trying to stay in shape and work out. And I've been eating everything in the house except Bonnie. It's so crazy.
Is that one of your go-to podcast jokes?
You can't say that when you have a daughter, by the way.
Oh, he says in front of her, he'll be like, "What did you say today?"
You have a daughter in the house. You can't make it.
She goes like this every time. She's like, Excuse me.
She turns literally into Helen Keller. She goes like,
Yeah.
Bonnie will flash her. Bonnie flashes our daughter. Bonnie will pull her shirt up and show our daughter her tits.
My cleaning lady Mavis would do that. She would make me show her my butt. She was from Guyana, and she would come in, she would knock on the door, and I would not show her because I'm naked, probably masturbating.
That's so weird.
With my mom's back massager. But I was like, keep my head out, and she'd be like, just show me. And she would make me like spin in my thong. And then she would be like, ah! But I love her. She's great. She's in Florida. Awesome.
Well, I do it because she's doing Zoom school. So then, she's like there, and then I'll stand on the other side of her computer and flash her. And she's like, what are you doing?
Oh, Bonnie was Raina was giving Bonnie a foot massage, and I told Bonnie to come in my room and give me a mouth massage.
Oh. That's like one of Raina's punishments. So she has to give me a foot massage.
That's really bad.
We're terrible.
My mom made me rub her feet. I would be. No, that's good though. Keep her doing services.
All right.
She won't let me moan when she does it.
Yeah, good girl.
She's like, it's too weird.
Before I leave, Annie, why are you staying in LA? I heard it's fucking horrific out there.
It's horrific everywhere. I really don't. This is my thing. I'm just here quarantined. I don't really. I've lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico, New York, and here. And
during the pandemic, you mean, or in life?
In my life, I don't.
Well, but how come you don't go back to Philly Philly's horrible too.
To go home? I don't. My parents. I don't want to get my parents sick, so I'm not going home. I'm fine. I mean, everything.
Just don't do your act in front of them. But why?
He's always on, Annie. It's quite a fun time around here.
No, but another 15 minutes he's been talking.
Oh, that's true.
But I heard it's so bad. I heard it's really horrible, and I just what I heard. Like, it's,
what are they saying is so bad about it?
Like, so many homeless are taking over, and
homeless are taking over.
I heard even when it comes back, like some of the store is like done. Why is my throat itchy?
Because you're
I heard the store is in trouble. Is Adam still working at the store?
Yeah, but there's no work to do.
What's that?
There's no work to do. It's completely closed.
Yeah. But
isn't everything closed everywhere?
Yeah, but in Jersey, when it's warm, we can do outside shows. I hear you can't even do those in LA. I don't know why.
Well, yeah, no, there's something. Definitely, it's weird. It's not. These aren't great circumstances, and there's definitely a lot of homeless people and stuff. But I don't have the urge to move right now.
Do you have a car?
I'll move if it's cool. Like if Rogan makes that club cool, I'll move there.
Why have you? Because of one club, you're going to move to Austin because of one club, or
I moved to LA because of one club.
Well, I mean, are you a regular on Rogan's podcast?
She's done it twice.
So did I. Oh. But I did it before it was real famous. I mean, now
you made it famous. You built it.
Yeah, that's true. So you would move to Austin?
I don't know where I would. I don't have any plans on moving right now. I don't feel like being anywhere that's cold. It's beautiful. Yeah. I can still go to the beach and it's nice here.
No, I get that whole warm. I would love to move to Arizona.
It's really nice. And there's homeless people, but honestly, everyone's talking about how Austin's so great. When I was there for Moon Tower, they're the most homeless people I've ever seen in my life. Very polite. So polite that I was like, why don't you get a job? You guys are like the most employable.
Yeah. You're already being polite. You're already making yourself mentions in society. Yeah.
And it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know Rogan's politics completely. I think they lean to the right or maybe more. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know Austin is the most liberal town in fucking Texas. And I'm not saying he's right or conservative. I don't know his politics, but I do know that you can't get any more liberal than fucking Austin, Texas.
Yeah, but I guess the state will block. They were gonna shut down food and restaurants and stuff there and give them a curfew, and then the state said no.
Oh, really? I guess when you have that kind of money, you can move anywhere though. And be, it doesn't fucking matter where you're at.
I think, there's the tax issue here that all my rich friends are mad about. Yeah. I'm not in that tax bracket, so I don't.
You're
not in a tax bracket.
I
don't even know what
paid taxes in the last 4 years. Isn't that true, Annie Lederman?
I've never paid my taxes, so I don't know what bracket I'm in. No, I don't know, but the people, it's like people are talking. A lot of people are talking shit through what they hear from other people.
Yeah.
And they have no clue what it's like here. There's not more homeless people than other places. I've lived.
No, I know New York's a nightmare.
It's not. It's just. I just think there's like a lesser of two evils, and I don't feel like being cold.
Well, if I was homeless, I would head to LA because it's warm. I don't know why homeless people stay in New York. I mean, I know they don't have airplane fare or bus fare, but something to work towards.
This is what your podcast is about, right?
Oh, is there a theme on this podcast?
Yeah, the theme is describe where you would live if you were homeless.
I don't know. I just listen. If I could convince Bonnie to move to Arizona, I'd move to Arizona in a second. It's warm. It's close to LA.
He just thinks about golf all the time.
I know, that's just golf.
Yeah, but no, it's heat. I don't like the cold. I don't like
the cold. I'm over the cold. I mean, I grew up in the cold. I don't want the cold anymore.
Yeah, it's gross. It's fucking gross.
And especially in times like this, when I can go, I'm perfectly satisfied going to the beach or walking around or going on a nice hike or something if I want to go out. You just order food in.
Do you go on hikes? Aren't you scared of rattlesnakes?
No.
I
look like I'm afraid of rattlesnakes?
What's that?
Do I look like I'm afraid of rattlesnakes?
All right, toughness.
The rattlesnakes better be afraid of Annie Letterman. Okay.
Yeah, they'll be scared of me. I'll talk them away. I'll just start chatting with them.
Yeah. We gotta go.
The theme of this podcast is guess Rich's weight. Now, guys, I want you in the comments to guess.
Oh my God.
Guess Rich's weight.
You're gonna go topless?
No,
for this?
I'm not gonna go topless, but I'm pretty. My shit is dope.
He's taking ladies.
You know what's funny? So much of Rich's comedy is like not him trying to be funny.
No, he's a fucking weirdo and he has no self-awareness.
Oh, really?
That's hilarious.
First of all, I have 6 albums.
Okay, that's again shows no self-awareness as to what we're talking about.
Oh my!
Are you still chewing Nicorette?
Yes.
You're sick.
Yeah, I haven't smoked in 15 years.
Cool. I did smoke.
I love that. He's still quitting.
You smoke?
Never stop.
You don't smoke, do you?
Every once in a while I do.
Annie, you don't drink either, do you?
I don't drink. I don't fuck with drinking, but I go on and off again with weed, which I'm off. And sometimes I smoke cigarettes again. But I usually get addicted.
I didn't know about that.
No, I'll smoke cigarettes and then I get addicted for a couple months and then I have to stop again.
Terrible.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna start smoking again.
That's cool.
But you quit drinking. When you quit drinking, did you have a drinking problem, or you just stopped drinking because you didn't like it, or
a drinking problem?
So now you don't think you don't think
I'm fucking crazy. No,
can you please get either sit down or go.
No,
I can't do it like this.
You don't think pot could lead you back? Look at those fucking
no.
Get out. You're so annoying.
You don't think pot could lead you back to alcohol?
Absolutely not.
All right. You're
I don't know. Can't imagine what would bring me back to alcohol.
Rich Voss, if you
I know more of this podcast.
Jesus. Stop. Get out of here.
Oh, was that a blowjob joke?
Yes.
I like your hat. You look cute.
Shut up. Get out of here.
Oh, he's trying to hit on you now?
Yeah. He's like, you look cute.
I don't think weed would make me drink again at all. Weed is such a different loser thing to do.
Weed is
it does not work for me. I'll tell you that.
What, weed?
Oh my God. I become the most psycho loser when I smoke weed.
Why? It's like so benign.
Goodbye.
No, not for me.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I have a procrastination problem. So anything that helps me.
God, he's gone.
I know. We're gonna
always around. It's so annoying. Nothing.
What did you say?
I said I love you.
No,
so handsome.
I guess you stop by and say hi.
You're like, Bonnie, come here. Come on.
No, I like saying hi to Annie. I just came by to say hi to her, not to be close to you. What the fuck? I don't see her. You talk to her all the time.
Okay, thank you.
Me and Annie used to do a roast battle together and had a great time.
I love when you would ask the questions of how to do the show that we've been on 20 times. So funny. I know. Dum Dum. I always like to sit next to Dum Dum.
But he always also would like give advices though that's why we were there, to really hear what, like, the, Rich Voss masterclass.
And then Bonnie and me just sitting there so mad we agreed to do it. Both so
I know. I'd be like, I didn't listen to that one. Sorry.
I hate this. Everyone quit comedy. This is horrible.
I know. Oh, they'd give it so bad at me. They'd be like, she only picks the women. I was like, well,
could be funnier.
Jeff Ross only picks men, so there we are.
All right, we have some questions here. Let's see.
Okay.
All right, let me see if any of them are good because they were so bad that I had to re-ask people. Okay, cancel. What the hell? Okay. I'm posting a picture of myself.
Are they mean?
No.
What's that? Yeah.
I'm posting a picture of myself as an alien saying I've come to save everyone. Is that funny?
That's good.
That's not funny. I don't care. I don't care. It's already going to be posted by the time this comes out. All right.
Ray told me the other day she was actually 3 lizards in a raincoat. I was like, okay.
What did she say?
She said, she goes, I'm actually 3 lizards in a raincoat. I was like, okay.
What if she is?
I know.
Listen to your children. What if you were one of those, like, if you were a very, very liberal parent, you would have to start referring to her as 3 lizards in a.
Yeah. My 3 lizards in a raincoat daughter.
All right, let's see. First saw her on Letterman.
Did 3 of those.
How was that appearance?
The first one was cool because it's fun to do late night. Feels like Showbiz. And then on the third one that I did, he came over to me. Well, he came over, I think, every time, but the second time he was a little mean. He goes, I dropped the mic, and when I picked it up, I go, thanks for having me. He goes, I guess we're already off the air. I didn't know. He goes, okay, bye. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, okay. And then
oh my God.
I know. Just like an old man with too much makeup going, okay, bye.
He's just so rich. He's like a type of rich we'll never understand.
But then the third time I did it, I could hear him laughing. And then he came over and he was like, put his arm around me and he was like, doing the thing, reading the prompter and, telling me I was really funny. So I put my arm around him, his waist. I don't know why. I just, you're nervous. You don't know what you're doing. And somehow I got my hand under his suit coat
balls
and his shirt. So I was touching skin. So I was like, and then I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get out.
Wallet.
It seemed like forever he was reading the prompter. I was just like,
did you give it a little
touching his skin? I know, like very, very fit. Very fit.
Really?
Very fit.
It is fun. I was thinking I miss getting ready for TV stuff. It was fun when David Spade had that show and those little It's so fun.
I love anything that feels like showbiz. So much of stand-up is like the opposite of showbiz. You're sitting in a fucking coat room waiting to go on or something.
Are you in a coat room right now, by the way?
I am in a coat room. That's why I got the idea to say that.
Yeah, I never did late night. I did Carson Daly, but that doesn't count. Oh wait, well, Chelsea, I did Chelsea.
Yes, I guess.
And
well, you didn't stand up on there though.
Chelsea would be like that though too, where sometimes she was so nice and then sometimes she'd be like, I'm like, what?
I know. Well, I interviewed Rosie O'Donnell for Women Aren't Funny, a movie you can still watch on Amazon Prime or Sundance.
Not on Netflix anymore?
It's not on Netflix anymore.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. It got de-Netflixed?
Well, they cycle through a lot of shit. Don't you get?
Oh, I'm kidding. Are you hurt by this?
Yeah, Annie. I've done a lot of stuff, and I don't appreciate your.
Bonnie has a book too. Bonnie has the #1 comedy.
Oh, that's been pulled. No,
you know what? You can't read it anymore. It's only in braille.
It's only. I have a funny story about that too. But anyway, no. So Rosie O'Donnell, I was interviewing her for Women Aren't Funny, and we were backstage at I don't know, somebody's show. Maybe it was Fallon before he was the Tonight Show. What was his show?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
some show that she was on that then she agreed to like in the green room be interviewed for this. And I go, you know, are you comfortable? Like or whatever. And she goes, can you give me that water? And it was literally right in front of her. It was the weirdest. To this day, I think about it. Sometimes I lay in bed at night and I think about like, why couldn't she grab the water? Like, was it a power play? Like I had,
Oh,
I had to like,
I
I had to stand up and reach over and
can I guess?
give her water.
She's a bigger woman. I'm guessing maybe she was afraid something would tear in her pants.
But she wouldn't even had to reach. It was literally like this was the
She
water.
got sewn into the outfit. She got sewn into the
It's
outfit.
like it was like right there.
It was a power move. It wasn't.
I was like, do I open it also?
My question though, but were you wearing this hat?
I was not.
I would ask you to get me things too. I'd be like, sir, can you grab me that? Thank you.
Yeah, she was. Famous people are weird. They're weird. I'll also say that Rosie O'Donnell, I opened for her somewhere after that, and she when she talks to you, she eats you out through your eyes. That's the only way I can really describe it. It like I could feel her eyes go all the way down this way to my.
You're like my labia's down here.
Yeah, she was getting there. She was getting there in the most respectful way, I suppose, by looking.
No, there are some lesbians where you go like, huh.
Yeah, you're like, are you eating me out?
I'm feeling weird. Going to see a lesbian tonight perform.
Yeah. Oh, who is it?
Aren't you going to see Jessica?
Oh, I am. Yes, I am.
Where is she performing?
She's performing in the next town over, just at this little restaurant where they're having just only 20 people indoors, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't done any indoor shows yet, but I
am scared of getting COVID. I do not want to get COVID.
Yeah, I'm scared of it. I honestly, I want to make it through without getting COVID. I hope that that's possible.
Because I mean, I know I'm not the age range of it, but I don't know if I have an underlying thing. I don't know. I just don't want it.
You don't know. Well, the thing is, like, you don't know about long COVID. Like, I don't need any more brain fog.
I'm good. Yeah. I say and like already.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do that. I don't know if I'll put this into this podcast, but I'm going to try to train myself to not say filler words. And I don't want to say how I'm going to do it because it's going to be.
What do you mean?
You know, when you say, or like, all that. I'm whenever I re-listen to myself, I can't believe it. I sound like a fucking idiot.
Well, I have read that saying helps people because it slows you down so that they can process what you're saying. So when you're like, it gives them a moment to think. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't do it at all. So for me, it's harder for people.
You just drool a little bit.
I just go brain dead a little bit.
Well, I just want to be more succinct with my speaking, and I don't want to sound like a fucking ding dong.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any way around it for you. I think that's now your brand,
like,
the ding dong, the female ding dong.
I was like, and then like, I'm going to try though, but I have an idea of what I'm going to do.
Well, how do you normally speak? Like, give me an example.
I talk to you all day, every day. This is.
I know, but I don't remember you being like, like.
I just say like a lot.
You do.
Okay, let's do some more questions. You ready?
Okay. Did we do any?
We did one.
I touched Letterman's bareback.
You caressed him. You assaulted him.
He's not the only person I've assaulted.
I know.
I told you my Anthony Bourdain story. I've been telling it all over town.
Yeah, you grabbed his leg, you stripped him off.
Yeah.
You showed him how to make a noose.
Stop.
Really fucked up. You did that.
He's a friend of mine.
I was thinking today, I watched this thing on Netflix about, I thought it was about near-death experiences, but then it turned into mediums talking to dead people, which I don't like that.
Right.
But at first it was people sharing their experiences of what they saw when they almost died, which I totally believe in those experiences. But I started to think about how
Why you think like when people say they saw the light, they're actually going towards the heaven and stuff like that?
Well, when I smoke DMT and have done ayahuasca, I've had very similar visions to what they're saying, and that's what's released when you're
right. It's yeah. I've read or heard or whatever that doesn't really have it. It's like you can cause that if you like limit your oxygen and stuff.
Yeah, but I do think that I feel that when you die, your energy's still here or whatever. But I was thinking about, but I don't believe. Mediums, they showed a live medium. They showed what did they call it?
I don't know.
A seance. And it was the fakest looking shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. I cannot,
where did they show it? I missed
on a Netflix show, on this Netflix show. And it's so boring. It just got so bad. Todd and I got in a fight because he kept talking in the middle of it about how bullshit it was. I was like, just shut the fuck up while we're watching it. And then he put his headphones on and watched something on YouTube.
Do you think, like I've told Rich before, like when you die, like send me a message, like let me know. And then Raina was like, don't you think everybody does that? Like says they're going to send a message and then they can't. I was like, Rich will find a way.
They have a whole, I know, you're going to hear someone with a speech impediment and you're going to go, he's here.
There he is.
They have,
he's going to ruin my life. Beyond the
you're going to feel a slight pushing of your head, hugging towards a crotch.
He'll drop a hat on my head.
A dildo will fall out of the bathroom. They have an episode on signs, on people leaving signs to their loved ones, but but anyway.
I know, but it's like, is it? I don't know.
But this woman Googled this fucking shit. This woman had this family over and said all these things to them. And then when they left, they were really moved in the moment. And then they realized all that information was on their Instagrams.
Yes. That's the other thing is like those people that are like, we did Kim Kardashian's, like whatever. It's like, there's nothing private, of course.
Yeah. Your dad says OJ did it.
Yeah.
Really? But I don't know, but I was thinking about, it is weird that when someone dies, we stop saying, we go, like Anthony Bourdain was. Can't you just keep saying is?
I mean, I don't know.
I got you in a corner. Say a trans thing. I'm getting canceled. Say something about trans kids.
I don't know the answers that you seek. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I do think like there's more to energy and people, and like I think we probably have capabilities that we don't realize, I mean, with my sister, somebody, it does happen all the time where you think of them and then they call you, or it's like there has to be something to it. It can't be that coincidental.
Listen, if Helen Keller can write a fucking book,
I mean,
anything's possible.
If Helen Keller's taught us anything.
What's the first thing you would do if you became a billionaire overnight?
A billionaire? I'd probably just give away 90% of my money. I just keep 1 billion.
The first thing you would do is give it away.
I would, because it's like it would be bullshit to be a billionaire, don't you think?
Yes, but I would also immediately buy
a nightmare.
I would buy like jeans. I would be like, all right, I'm getting a lot of jeans.
I'd buy a pair of boots I've had my eye on for a couple of years.
I have to buy clothes. I would buy so many clothes.
Sometimes I think that's why I want to that's one of the only reasons why I want to get a TV show is so that I can get somebody to style me and have like.
That's why I want you to get a TV show too.
I clearly I need it.
The hat.
Anyone out there that can help me, please do.
You guys got this at home? Okay. If you got canceled, what would it be for?
Let's see. What would it be for? I don't know. I've said some just horrific shit in the past. That I think about all the time. Even stuff I just said on stage, like as jokes that I was working on, I think about now, and I'm like so hideous, so horrible.
Yeah, but it's under the gauge of jokes. I mean, we would just get canceled for jokes. We're not going to get canceled for jokes.
It would definitely be a joke of some kind of me trying to be funny and not being funny. And
yeah.
not reading the crowd, I guess, not reading the room.
The E word, saying the W word. I don't know. Okay.
It's so weird because just even like a couple of years ago, like everything was sort of on the table if it was in a joke. I think one of the times I saw you, I said the N-word in a joke at the Comedy Store, and it's a joke that I'm retelling about my mentally handicapped sister who used the N-word, and I had to say it because there's no other way to tell the joke. But because she said R word, she wouldn't say the word retard. She fully said the N-word.
Yeah, because if you say N-word, then it doesn't.
Yeah. But
have you gotten in trouble for that?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had people be upset. And one time I later in the act, I was saying like I'm a feminist, and then the guy in the front row goes, "No, you're not." And I go, "I'm not." He goes, "A feminist wouldn't use the N-word." And I was like, "But yes, I'm retelling the story." Like yeah, no, I don't know if you know anything about feminism from the turn of the century, but there were serious racist feminists going
on. Did Black people get mad at you?
I've never had anybody Black. I used to do a joke where I say, like there's two holidays I can't stand, Christmas and Martin Luther King Day. And a Black woman got mad at me for that once. And I remember thinking, wow, like what? Like how sensitive is she? That's crazy.
I find any of my stuff that's more on the race spectrum, Black people end up liking it way more than, like the white people are the ones that are kind of for Black people getting mad.
Well, the thing is that it's
hey, white devils. The Black people are all laughing. Look around you.
Yeah. And I've been offended by other people's jokes before too. Like, but I just think it's weird that like we're like first of all, I don't think we should do like racist jokes. That there's certain jokes that are just like unintelligent, not funny, not saying anything, whatever. But it's just like something that's like impossible to police in a way. It's like
it's hard to say.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna have trigger warnings on like before you come into a comedy club or before you go onto somebody's like Twitter page or their Instagram or whatever. There's gonna be some kind of like, hey, there's content in here that it's all meant to be funny, but you might not, whatever.
Hopefully they have that, and hopefully it's not that you just can't push the.
Well, there's no possible way because honestly, even what happens is that somebody who's 100% Black Lives Matter, let's say, makes a joke about somebody who's handicapped, then it's like it just becomes this thing where like nobody can live up to everything. Nobody can be that good all the time. And especially with comedy, it's like it's a real privilege to never need a laugh, It's I don't know what kind of life you're living, but it's like most people need to fucking make fun of their dire situations in order to move on.
I mean, listen, everyone has flaws. I mean, look at Kumail Nanjiani. I mean, he's on steroids. Look at that. He got a square jaw somehow. It's all speculation, but he was telling all of us what we should do, and he was being a perfect guy.
Well, that's the thing is that they like the people who are like I don't want to say anybody's name, but there's people who go around telling everybody how to behave and how to live their life and very, very vocal about it. And then somehow they say something, one woman got in trouble because she made a fat joke about herself, but it brought, the like.
Because people are waiting for it. I think when cancel loves to cancel each other, cancel loves company. So if you're canceling, then people want to cancel. You have like the target on you. And I don't know. I just think I try to never tell. I always try to make a joke about everyone telling people what to do.
Right.
Like I'm not telling people what to vote. It's crazy.
Say it again.
Like when everyone's telling everyone who to vote for and stuff, like I'm not doing that. I'm not telling people what to do.
But the reason I think you don't like it is like because it's not genuine anyway. People only start telling everyone what to do when they hear other people. It's like, well, somebody's already covered it, so you don't need to now. But they want to be like the most famous person doing it. So it's like, and so to us, it just totally reads as like this sheep bullshit that's inauthentic, which it is because I just, if you meet these people in real life, they're not like they are on Twitter or on Instagram either.
Well, it's funny too, because the Capitol building thing, I didn't tweet anything about it because there wasn't an angle I had that is.
Right.
I don't feel like being like, this is terrible. Yeah, of course, this is fucking ridiculous.
Well, I was there. So.
Yeah, we saw you with your nice try with the face makeup.
Well,
By the way, those all look like guys that fucking sent me dick pics. Every guy that sends me
like 100% like my audience.
Every guy that sends me dick pics also sent me something about how the Capitol building thing was chill or whatever. I'm like, what?
Yeah. When I play Long Island, that's who I'm looking down at.
Oh my God. Chrissy Merowith. That's so funny.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
It's weird. It's like, it's kind of shocking that people are still sort of hanging on to it. It's like, now's the time to skedaddle.
Yeah, just move on to something new. Life is moving on. But I was thinking they also look like I went to that stupid fucked up high school, and everyone there looks like they could have either gone to my high school or been a teacher at my high school.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah. I know. It's like,
did you guys jerk off on me when I was 16?
I know. Like, white men are not helping themselves in any way.
Well, it's just, the whole thing's crazy. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. But someone asked, what would you storm the Capitol building for?
For more Canadian rights.
Yeah, we got to get these Canadians to be able to say curse words again.
Yay. No, I don't know. I mean, like for the real answer is probably, actually nothing. Like, let's be honest.
Don't do a fucking real answer, Bonnie.
Somebody,
I don't have a real answer on this podcast.
I
I want to bring Harvey Weinstein back so I can suck his dick and get some money. That's what I want to storm them.
What's amazing to me is that there's still so much, like, men are still constantly saying and doing things that you're like, do you know you could get in trouble? Like, they just don't even know. You're like,
Honey, I told you about this
thing happening here.
I had a producer that I worked on this thing, and this producer, and it was a very good job, and it was a good job. It's one of my favorite jobs.
Yes.
And I do very well in the room. And then the producer all of a sudden just started leaning in for kisses here and there. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, I already am in. Like, we already, like, everything's good. Why would you?
It's so weird that they keep, like, they
and
won't.
I'm like, why? I could just tell your boss and you're fucking canned. Like, you're done. And I really like this guy. We get along. And I'm like, I can't believe it. And then I'd be like, oh, is the project done? I'd be checking in. And he's like, oh, we just finished the last edit. It's amazing. Come over to my house, watch it, and swim naked. I'm like, I
know.
I'm like, stop. I'm going to Me Too you. I'm like, are you trying to retire?
I know that, like, texting it to you. You're like,
I don't want, I'm like, I said no 100 times.
They want to be in trouble or something.
And I said no like this, like, no, stop.
Yeah, right.
Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah, you want me? They're tempting fate or something.
I know. I think they honestly don't know. They'll be like, well, that could get me in trouble. It's like, yes.
It's just so, he'd be like, I wasn't kidding though. I was being serious. Oh, okay.
And then I feel like I'm such a good person for not doing anything. I'm like, you're lucky it's me. You know that?
I feel that way too. I'm like, anyone else, you're done.
Yes.
I could be all over the papers with this.
Right.
I could be on the evening news.
The evening news?
Yeah, I could be on all the headlines in the actual paper. Be in magazines.
Annie, I have to go. I'm sorry.
That's okay. The questions are terrible.
Are they?
No. They're good, but I'm going to answer them on my Patreon. All right, guys.
I did your podcast. It never aired because
No, it did. It just aired later because the sound was bad.
Oh, I thought it never aired.
Because I didn't post about it because the sound was so bad on my end, not yours.
Oh.
That it was like so upsetting and shocking that I couldn't.
You just put like what you think I'm saying. Who knows?
No, you sound fine. I sound like a robot. But anyway, this was so fun, Bonnie.
I love you, Annie Letterman.
I love you too. Guys, check out Bonnie's album, Bird Calls, and follow her on Instagram, even though she doesn't shine there. But Twitter, she's very funny.
I don't shine there.
And
I put some stuff. I let you know about some things.
No, why follow her on all the things and listen to her podcast with her husband, who's usually more fun than that. Is he?
Not really, no.
No, I think that's pretty accurate.
On stage, he's a goddamn genius, but he won't do it at home.
Well, the minute it would benefit you, he can't help it.
Yeah. He's like, no, that won't help.
All right, guys, and stick around, join Patreon. I also put some new stand-up on there of all my new jokes. Check that out. Patreon.com/Andy Letterman. And Bonnie, I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.